This conference will now be recorded.
All right. So let me share my screen. Hope my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So let's today we discuss about another important join. It's called the self join. Okay. Self join, right? Basically, whenever you are doing a join, right? So we require at least two tables. Two tables needs to be there. That needs to be joined with a join condition. Correct. Correct, right? One. So at least a minimum two tables is required. It can be maximum will be two, three also, but minimum it will be two table requirement. Then only we can do the joins. But in case of the self join, right? So that is actually there is no like we are putting a join type, right? Whenever we are adding the join condition, like we are putting inner join, left join, right join, full join. We are giving that name whenever you are defining the joint conditions, right? But in case of the self join, there is no keyword called self join actually. Okay. So self join can be inner, can be outer, can be fuller, and can be anything out of the four types. But the main thing in self join is that join within the table. Okay, that is the concept. Join within the one table will be joined with himself itself. So that one table itself will be joined again back to the same table with a join condition, and that condition could be inner join, left join, right join, can be full join, depends upon the requirement. Okay, let's see in action what exactly it means that here. Okay, so let's take, I have the table, right? So let's start from my employee table. So let's try to understand this. This is quite like little bit challenging to understand. Okay, if the first time also you understand, if you forget that, you will not able to write the proper query, whatever you're expecting. Okay, so be attentive to this. Okay, so here let's take in this table one table only. Hmm. So here, if you see this employee ID column and my manager ID column, these two columns. Okay,
Mm.
if you see in this table, actually there are two sets of information we are having here. One is the employee information. Second is the manager information also. Employees manager information. Both information is having in a single table itself, and which
Mm.
is a good architecture. We can't only this manager information, we can't keep it in a separate table. Why you unnecessary like increasing the tables in the database, right? So basically
Mm.
this is the ideal scenario here. So if I ask you now, this employee ID 1, right? His manager is 4.
Mm.
Okay, 4 means this guy,
Yes, Suresh. Yeah.
correct?
Mm.
So like that, internally there is a relationship is happening within the table itself, right? So if I take another example, the second employee, his manager is 5, nothing but this guy, Navis, right? So internally there is two sets of information I have in the same table itself, which is one is my employee information and second one will be my manager information here. Okay. Now the question here we can ask is that first question you are trying to solve is that I need display employee and their manager name. Okay. So this is the question. So I have some managers also there, and I employee names also there, and their managers also there, right? So one, who is my manager? So this guy, the manager should come this. So
Suresh.
something like that output I'm requesting. Yeah.
Mm.
So to understand this, Ram, and as I told you on the first that the joins is minimum of two tables. Then this is one table only, right? How we will
Mm.
take a one table, another table? We'll take a copy of the same table itself.
Okay.
Copy of the same
Two.
table itself, and it will logically it will be two tables. Okay, so let's try to understand this in a Excel file first. Okay, let me copy with the headers and to understand this, let me go to the Excel. I'm copying this file. Okay, this is the first copy, which is nothing but we can do the aliasing, right? Last class I told you that whenever you
Mm-hmm.
are doing the join, you can put table name, then alias name, something like
Mm.
that, right? So let's take this is employee E. Okay, this is my E table. Same table, I will create another copy of this. Let's take here somewhere. So this is nothing but my employee E1. Got it? Two sets of. So we require two tables, right, to join it. So since I need to join within the table, I will create two replicas of that. First point is clear?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now what my requirement, my output is something like this. I need my employee name. This is my output, okay?
Mm.
And second column, I need my manager. These are the two outputs I need. This is my expected output here. Okay. Now, how we know that once you create two tables, I need to define a join conditions, right? So
Mm-hmm.
within which table what I'll take and what table. That is the only confusion always
Mm.
people have in self join. That is the only thing. So we need to understand this way. Okay. So I have two columns. First of all, I have the employee ID and I have the manager. This two column is there in my table. Somehow this and this needs to be connected.
Mm.
Correct? The
Yeah.
employee ID with their manager. So now question is, from the first table, shall I take employee ID? And from the second table, shall I take the manager? Or from the first table, I will take the manager, and from the second table, I will take the employee ID. That is the question. So that I will get this output. Make sense now? What
Yes,
my
sir.
question is?
Yes, sir.
Everybody on the same page?
Yes, sir. So
Good.
first table will take the manager name and second table will take the employer ID.
Correct. So in this case, if you take a join condition based on the manager ID from the first table, so this is my first table, which I will take as the join condition. Let me put in a color of this. And this guy I will take from the second table, this information. Okay. These two need to generate. From first table, I'll take the manager and I will take second table, I will take the employee ID. So here, how the joins will be working. Let's see. So from the first table, I'm considering the first row because the join condition, it will go row by row, right?
Yes.
So 4, it will search in this 4. Wherever it finds the 4, it finds 4 here, right? There is a match, this and
Mm-hmm.
this. So it will pick up this value. Okay.
Mm.
Let's say this is my employee name. So I am taking employee name from here
Mm.
first. For this row, I'm taking the employee name here, so which is nothing but my this
Mm.
guy.
Chand.
Okay. Then corresponding manager ID 4 and this 4. Okay. This
Mm.
is matching. And from this table, I'm taking another employee here. So this will be my manager, right? This employee from the
Mm.
second table, which if I take the employee name from here, whichever
Mm.
is matching, then this will be my manager. Correct?
Manager. Yeah.
Correct, right? Okay. So this is the join condition we need to put between this and this. Make sense? Everybody clear on
Yes.
this?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Everybody just confirm, please.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Now let's see in action how same thing we can do in Excel. Okay. So let's see. So first point first. So we need to create, say, select star from, I need to create two tables, right? Employee
Mm.
E and employee E1, correct? So I say employee E. This is mine. I can say inner join here because I need to condition, I need to check what? Equality condition, right? 4 equals to 4. 5 equals to 5. Wherever equality is there, then I'm picking up this information, right? As I told you, there is no concept of, there is no keyword called self join. We can't put self join here. It will be
Mm.
inner only, inner, left, right, and all based on the requirement. Okay. Now I'll say another table employee E1. Done. Employee E and employee E1. Then we are doing inner join. Now we'll take from the first table, which is nothing but E dot, what I will take? Manager ID. Correct? Manager ID, comma, E1 dot employee ID. On, sorry. Okay. On this information equals to, sorry, not comma, equals to. Alright. Now if I execute it, and from what I need, from the first table, I need the employee name, right? From the
E
E. So
name
I'll
and
say
dot
yeah,
EMP name.
E dot employee name, comma, E1 dot employee name, right? From the second table also. Employee. But this one will be my manager name, right? This
Yes.
part, whatever I'm extracting, this part is nothing but my manager name only, right? Get it? Okay.
Sir,
Go ahead. Go ahead.
sir, you
Hmm.
created a copy of this employee file in the Excel,
Hmm.
right? So is there copy in the SQL also? Did we
Yeah,
create their
correct.
copy?
Yeah, correct. Whenever it is creating, executing this query, right? It is
Hmm.
creating two temporary tables of the employees. Yes, and one with E and one with E1. Yes, absolutely.
So with this statement, it creates copy.
Correct. Same table it will create two times. In the memory, when the query is executing, it will allocate some space for the each table, and finally it will join it. Yes, that is happening. Correct.
Mm.
But will it is not permanent. We'll not able to see this like U1 and all. Just whenever you are aliasing, right? It is just like a temporary. By the
Mm.
time you are executing the query, it will be there. After you finish it, or it will vanish. It will not there. That's it. And this is logical. You need to think of logical. I can't show you, or nobody can show you how physical it is working, but in the sense you need to think of logically. Okay, this is my first table, this is my second table, I need to join it. Simple. Okay.
And what is the meaning of this? Can you explain again? Select E dot employee name and as manager name. The
One
first
second.
first. I've,
One second. Just give me a second.
sure.
Yeah, what was you asking? You were asking question.
So one more time, can you explain this first command select because we are
This
using
part.
as manager name here.
Oh, okay. So here
Okay.
my output is this two column, my output, right? One
Mm.
column is called my employee name and one column is called my manager. So here, since I'm connecting the first table manager ID and second table employee ID, right? Logically, that you understand why I'm doing this two join.
Hmm.
That is clear. Okay.
Yes.
Now, how I will get my employee name? If I take from the first table, if I take this information, this is my employee name only, right? Correct.
Hmm. Hmm.
Okay. Now, after the join condition, suppose 4 equals to 4. It is happening, right? This 4 equals to 4. And this corresponding from the second table, whatever the employees I am getting from the E1, if I take the E1 dot employee name, this is my manager, right? Make sense now? No?
Yes.
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 Correct now? You need to think.
Hmm.
Okay.
Hmm.
So whenever the 4 is going and it is matching whenever there is a 4, so something like that. See, for the first row, let's print employee name. Now tell me, what is the employee name for this first four? This guy, right?
Chandra. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Now I want to put a column called manager name. Let's take. So now the four, this guy manager, the manager ID is joining with four, and I'm bringing this guy. This is my manager name, right?
Hmm.
So I don't have any manager column, but since this is from the second table, if I take the employee name, and that is nothing but my manager. So I'm just aliasing this employee name as manager.
Okay.
Got the point?
Okay, sir. Yes, sir.
Now if I run this query, you will get the information as the employee name, their manager, and everything. Okay? Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Hmm. Okay. So now if that can't we do in other way? Suppose you took the manager ID from the first table and join back with the second table employee ID. Can we do the same thing from this side? And we do that? Is possible? I will take, let's take an example. Instead of doing this, from the second table, I'll take the manager ID, and from the first table, I will take the employee ID. Is it possible?
Through
Just
left,
think once, okay?
through left
Through left
join.
only, yes. Yeah, through left. So let me highlight this. This will be, let's take any other colors. This, yeah, the blue to blue. Let's take. Is it possible? Just think once and tell me. And I'm expecting this output.
Possible, sir.
Possible, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, in that case, is this possible? Then, from which table you will take the employee name, and from which table you will take the manager name?
From E1 we'll take the employer name, and from E we'll take the manager name.
Manager.
Good, good. That's clear, right? Now your
Hmm.
Yeah.
funda is clear? Yeah.
Yes.
Good. So I will take employee E1 inner join. Let's take something like, or I can put like this also, inner join only. But this time I will take E dot, what I'll take? E dot or
E,
E1 dot manager E1 dot manager ID
E
equals
dot
to E dot employee ID.
That. Hmm.
Only part here needs to be changed, right? From the
hmm,
first table, what I'll take? Now the first table is E1. So E1, what I'll take? E1, I will
employer
take the employee ID.
ID. Hmm.
employer.
E1 will be the employee ID and E dot employee name will be my manager.
Manager.
This is the change you need to do it.
Hmm.
Right?
Hmm.
Makes sense?
Yes, sir.
So output
Yes.
remains same. Output remains same. Okay?
Hmm.
Good. Okay. Now let's try to, now I need to get some answer from you that, now tell me uh, the first way. Okay. Let's understand that just connect the manager ID and employee ID from two tables and uh, get me the employees. Okay. You have this table handy right now
Yes,
on
sir.
your system. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So get me the employees who is getting
Hmm.
more salary than their manager.
Okay. Employees getting more salary than their manager.
The manager, yes. Employee getting more salary than their manager. Can you get me that question? And once you're done, just put it in the chat, the query, please. Rajni, Bali, you can also guys try this. Okay, this will be revision for you. Are you there, Rajni? Bali, you are guys there?
Yeah, we are here.
Yeah, Samir.
Yeah, please. Sure. Go ahead and execute this query and put it in the chat.
Okay.
Employee salary should be greater than the manager's salary, right? That's it, sir.
Correct.
Okay. Footer then. Sure, I have done it, but it's in my laptop and I'm there in iPad.
Okay, no
Maybe
problem. Can you just, that's fine. Can you just tell me what exactly you did? Just
I
concept is
just
fine.
okay. I just joined both the table by inner join and just compared the salary of first table to be greater
Hmm.
than the salary of second table. That is
Good.
E dot
Done.
salary.
That's
That's it.
done.
Yeah.
Done. Yeah. Simple. So if you understand this concept now, there will be n number of questions can be asked on this self join. Okay. So I have in the assignment also a couple of other questions. If you understand this concept now, it is quite easy to answer so many questions because these are the interviewers' favorite topics, like in self join, joins, all these things. Okay. They will just, yesterday I showed you one duplicates things, right? That
Yes, sir.
is clear, right? Completely. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So like that,
Yes.
they will tweak you to some questions. Okay.
Hmm.
So here basically what exactly I'm trying to say, just revert back. So here, so this one e dot manager ID equals to e1 dot employee ID. Okay, so I'm getting it. Now I will say this is clear. Now I will take salary from the first table. E dot salary is greater than e1 dot salary. So whichever is get salary is greater than, right? So then let's take the first salary. What is the salary of this employee? 10,000.
10,000.
Correct? What is his manager ID? 4. It will compare with the 4 here. So what is the 4 salary here for
5,000.
this employee? 5,000. So this is qualified. So 10,000 is greater than 5,000. Now let's go to the second record. Employee salary here 15,000. Employee manager is 5. So we'll go to the 5 record and we'll compare the salary. It is 12,000. Yes, this is also qualified, right? Then
Yes.
let's take the third record, 10,000. Again, it is 4. So 4 is Suresh. So it is in 5,000. Again, it is qualified. So whichever is qualified for their salary, that I need it. Simple. Okay. So I say E dot my where E dot my salary is greater than E1 dot salary. That's it. Give me this. So this is the answer. And these are the only employees with their manager who is getting more salary. So these are the three employees who
Yeah.
is getting more salary than their manager. Okay,
Yes, sir.
clear this, everybody? Or any questions?
I'm clear, sir.
Clear, right? Okay, just give me a second. I will give another question on top of this. Let me just stop that. Let me get that question first. Uh, Just give me a second, guys. Not able to get that question. Yeah, the question is this. Just try to understand. I'm putting in a chat. This is one of the assignment question actually. I'm just putting right away. I got you got the question here? I put it in a chat.
Different.
So the first part we completed. Write a query to print the employee name and manager name. That already we did it. Okay. And the second part is we need to get the senior manager name. Senior manager means what? Manager's manager. Okay.
Okay.
Now you've done it already. Vale. Good, good, good.
Yeah, I completed that
But
assignment.
okay, guys, don't look at the solution. Please try yourself. Okay. Yeah, that's good. Actually, this is one of the assignment question actually.
Okay.
Sir, I don't have this file handy.
Which file?
Employee file.
In that, what you call the GitHub, right? I given one script also, right? Department employees to create yourself. Everything is there on that GitHub.
Department.
Okay, let me show you that also. I think
It is,
I can hand
I
it
have
to.
an employee department, insert employee
See,
script.
this is one employee scripts file is there, right?
Wait a minute.
And employee department inserts also there. See
Huh,
this
yes. Okay, let me try.
one. Yeah, just open it and just create your table.
Hmm. Okay, what is that?
This is the question. I'm putting it again.
Hmm. Okay, got it.
Okay, tell me how many tables needs to be involved in this case?
3 tables, sir.
3 tables. Okay.
Yeah.
Basically, okay. So this is my first table and this is my second table. Okay. Let me remove all this. Okay. Now this is done. Okay. Let me
3.
squeeze little bit. Little bit zooming. Is visible properly? Okay. What I will do, I will create another table here, which is nothing but my employee E2. Okay. Now, to get the manager name, we know that, right? From the first table, we'll take the manager and we'll compare the employee ID with the second table to get the employee and the manager information. Got it? That part is clear, right? Just now we discussed that. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes, Samir.
So, so this is clear. This part is very much clear. That's the same thing we have done it. Okay. Now, from the second table, which is E1, I want to do another replica, which is the E2. Now, let's take any manager. Let's take any manager here. Okay. What is his manager ID for this guy? Suresh. What is the manager ID here?
2.
2. So how we will do this? How we will calculate the super manager? I can see this one, the senior manager. Senior manager is manager's manager name. How we will get it? What the logic would be here?
From the second table's manager ID, if we get it, that is going to be the senior manager. Is that so?
But how
Suresh,
will? How will?
manager two. So two,
Mm-hmm.
like Chandan's manager is going to be for Suresh. For Suresh, the manager ID is going to be 2. That is Karuna.
Right? Yeah. Yeah. So what will be my condition here in this case?
E1 dot manager ID should, you're asking that way, sir.
Yeah. So from this table I will
Manager,
take manager, and from this table I will take what?
employee, employee.
Employee ID. Okay. So how we will define here? After that, suppose there is a another. This is two table join condition, right? We can have n number of conditions. Okay. So for that I will say employee E3. Okay. On. What are the condition I will take?
From E1 manager ID,
Yeah, I will say inner join first. Inner join employee E3 on. I will take E1 dot manager ID, right? Equals to E3 dot employee ID, right?
yeah.
This manager ID and E2. Sorry, E not E, not E3, E2. Okay, sorry. Better. And what is the selection column would be? From which table you will take?
From first, it has to be E1 emp name.
From this table,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
So I'll say E2 dot employee name as senior manager, right? Understand? Now if I run this, got this? Just see through this query and let me know if you have any questions on this.
Actually, sir, I got the same answer. I
Hmm.
am fine, but in which order the result is being displayed, sir? Like that comparison.
Okay. So the comparison would be first inner join. It will done the inner join for this. First two table it will take,
Okay.
and based on that it will the inner join. And whatever the output is king, it will
Mm-hmm.
again inner join with the E2 on based on this condition.
So first it will take Chandan and Suresh, and based on that, Suresh.
Hmm.
So the because of that, it's displaying that Suresh record first. It's
Correct. Correct.
that
Yeah.
comparison. Okay. Okay. Okay.
Correct.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay. Clear this?
Yes, sir.
Okay. This is about your self join. Okay. Now let's discuss one topic which I think I forget for this other people also. That is when you are doing a the foreign key, primary key, foreign key. I think I explained, right? The constraints, primary key, foreign key is done, right?
Yes.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So there is two clauses will be there that I want to explain. Okay. There is a on delete cascade and on delete null. Let me explain what exactly. Okay. On delete set null. Okay. So let me create some table first, dummy tables. So let's take create table my customer table. I'm just creating a table. Say customer underscore ID underscore ID. It will be int. Let's take it as a primary key. Okay. And first underscore name and some varchar. Let's take 250. Okay. So let's run this report. Run this table, and it is got created. Okay. Now I'm creating another table here. Let's take create table order. Do I have a order table here? Let me check. Otherwise, it will not take. Yeah, already there. Okay. So I saying customer orders. Customer orders. Okay. So I'm saying here order ID. Okay. Order ID is say that int. Okay. Here I'm introducing to one more thing in SQL Server, which is called your identity. Identity is something like, I'll tell you what is identity. E-N-I-D-Y-T-Y. I think hopefully. I-N-T, spelling I'm good, not getting. I-D-E-N. I-D-E-N-T-Y-T-Y. Yeah, identity. So let's take, I just want to increment the order ID automatically. Just a sequence of number. So whenever you are inserting the first record to the table, right, the order ID will be 1. If you are next time it is ordering 2, so auto increment. So for that order ID, it will be auto increment value. That time you will use the identity. So there will be two parameters. First is the start value from where you want to start it, and the second parameter is the increment value. Like suppose it will start at 1, it will increment by 1 and 1 only. So first record will be 1, second record will be 2, third record will be 3, 4, 5, 6, till how many records you are inserting. Okay, this is called your identity. It is just like the auto number. Got it?
Yes.
Yeah. So now I say cost underscore ID. I'm saying int, which is I want to references sorry, customer int. This is my foreign key. References my customer ID. Customer ID. This is my table and this is my column. Okay, got the point? What I'm trying to achieve here? Make sense? This two table.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, no questions, right?
Yes, sir.
So now this table got created. Now try to insert some dummy records to the first table. So insert into customer. Let's take values. So I have customer ID as 1 and customer name. Let's take anything, ABC. The first record into my customer column. Right, I am putting 2. So is primary key. No, it will not take the duplicate. Okay, XYZ. This is the second customer. Done. Okay, now I'm inserting some records into my second table, which is nothing but my customer orders. Okay, since I have the order ID as identity, right? I will not insert anything to this. I'll just insert the customer ID only. So based on 1 and 2. Okay, because I have inserted only 1 and 2 into the customer table right now. So it will take only 1 and 2 in the second table also, right? That concept is clear. Foreign key, primary key. Last class. Say yes or no. So what is my team to say? Select star from my customers. How many customer ID I have right now? How many inserted I have? I have inserted only 1 and 2. So this 1 and 2 only it will take in the customer orders, right? It will not take 3. That's clear, right?
Yes.
Okay. So that part is clear. I'm not explaining one more time because yesterday we discussed completely on that part. Now the thing is, in this customer order table, since I have given the order ID as auto incremented, right? So I will not insert anything to that. So because it will be auto incremented. So what I'll do, I will insert only in the customer ID, customer order. I will insert for only the customer ID, cust ID. Okay, that's it. So I will say 1. It will take 1. Yes, it will take 1. It's going expected. Now see, select star from my cost orders here. So what will be the value of the order ID? What do you think? I didn't insert anything to the order ID.
Yeah.
What would be the output? 1, right?
2. Sorry, 1 will
See,
be
1 and yeah, it started 1. Now if I insert another record here, the customer order table, execute it. Now the order ID will be incremented by 1. So this will be auto incremented. Got the point? What about the identity? Okay, this part is clear. No questions on this at least.
so
Now I will come to the go
what
ahead.
it happens if we try to insert with that identity even visibly throw some error?
If I want to insert the values, try
Yeah,
it, no?
ID.
Yeah, yeah, you can try that. What will happen? Insert into customer ID. What do you think? What will happen?
Mm,
Let's take 3, comma, customer ID is 1. Let's take. What do you think? It will happen? It will take or it will not take?
I think it will take.
Not
I'm
take.
not sure.
Oh,
Okay, an
It will
explicit
not
one.
take because the identity is on, right, for us.
Okay.
Because we are giving a row incremented value. So for that, how we can give a value in between? It is not possible, right? It is auto increment.
Okay.
Good question. Okay, now this part is clear. Now we are talking about the on delete cascade and on delete set null. What does it mean? Now tell me, suppose this is my customer and this is my customer order table. And in the customer table, this is my primary key, and in the second table, this is my foreign key. Correct? Now what I will do is that I want to delete the customer ID 1 from my customer table. Got it? This I want to delete. The customer ID, wherever the customer ID is 1, I don't want. And suppose customer is leaving. So what will happen if I delete it? You know the syntax of delete from
Table.
my customer table, okay, where customer ID equals to 1. This I want to delete it. Okay, makes sense now? From the customer table, I am deleting 1. Let's try to delete it. Okay, it will throw an error. Okay, this is the conflict. Why there is a conflict? Just see this error statement. You're able to understand why there is a conflict.
Because we are referenced because
Correct.
that.
Because yeah, we have referenced this column into this.
Foreign.
So it
Okay.
is not allowing it to delete. So it is saying that in the sense, so like what exactly it is saying is that first of all, delete the record from the child. Okay, then we can delete the record from the parent. That's what it is saying. So first remove the customer ID equals to 1 from the customer orders. Then you can remove the record from your parent. That's what it is saying, right?
Okay.
That is the thing. This is the default behavior always. Okay, but we can like redefine this behavior as well. So first point is clear. So I'm not doing that. So what we need to do? We need to go to the customer orders, delete from the customer orders here. Instead of putting this, there will be 2 steps. So just do like this, customer ID orders where customer ID equals to 1. Once you've done this, then again go to the customer and delete from the customer where customer ID equals to 1. 2 steps we need to write here. Okay, that I am giving to your home exercise. You can try it out. But I am coming to the another thing that I want to delete at any cost. I want to delete from my parent, but and it should allow me to delete from the child also. That I want to showcase you. Okay, got the point? That first part you can try it out yourself, like by executing 2 statements. First delete from the child, then go to the parent and delete. Okay, make sense? Okay, so
Yes.
other one, other one, what I need to do is that, so when I am creating the child table, right, this part, I will do some modification while creating one. Okay, so first of all, I will drop the table first, drop table, my customer order. First, I will drop it because I want to showcase something. So this table got dropped, right? Now, what I will do while creating the child table, no, after define your foreign key, okay, then I will put one statement on delete transfer. Just I will put a statement here. After your foreign key definition, I'll just put after that on delete cascade. That's it. That is the only changes I am doing before doing this. Before to this one, then I am just doing this part. Got it? Now let's try to create this. It will same way it will create it. Just I am inserting some records again. Yeah, this is the state. Let me insert again. So let's take 1. Okay, then I says 2. Now let me execute both the tables now. Okay. So now this is my two tables here. Now I have 1, 2 and 2 here. Now try to delete the same thing. So now I'll say delete from my customer table where customer ID equals to 1. That was not happening previously, right? It was
Yeah.
showing error. Now let's see what happens. Now this will allow. Okay.
Mm.
Since I'm deleting from the parent, it will be going to the child. Wherever there is a reference, it will delete from that itself. So this is the statement we need to put on delete cascade. Got the point? Clear?
Yes, sir.
Very much clear on this point?
Yes.
Okay. And one more clause is there which I am showing there. On delete cascade you understand, and one is on delete set null. So what is on delete set null is that? Again we need to drop this table so that I can explain it.
It's set null.
Yeah, set null means whenever there is a delete from the parent, right? It will just
Mm-hmm.
put a null in the child record instead of deleting that record.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I say drop table my customer ID. Again I'm doing just using this. Okay. And now I'm creating this, but this time on delete not casted. I'll say set on delete set null. That's it. That's the difference. On delete cascade and on delete set null. Okay. This two. Now try to insert some record. Yeah, this one. Stick one. What happened? Oh, okay. See,
Yeah.
I
Mm-hmm.
already deleted the one from the customer table, right? So it is not
Mm.
taking one. You got it, right? So I don't have any one customer ID onto my table. Okay, good.
Yeah, true.
Yeah. So two it will take. I'm inserting some one more record here into the customer table also. Insert into my customer. What are the values I have in my customer? Let me check. Let me check the customer table. Customer ID and customer name, right? So values. So one ABC. I'm inserting one record to here. Yeah, then it will take one here. Now, now both the tables are ready. Now if I try to delete now from the first table, delete from customer where customer ID equals to 1. Now I'm deleting. So the time it was on delete cascade, so it is automatically deleting. Now I'm set is on delete set null. Okay. So if I delete now, it will delete. Okay, but in the customer order table, it will put it as a null. That's the difference. Got it?
Okay.
So
So,
this is the two areas. Okay.
so
Hmm.
it's
Go
going
ahead.
to set null in child table in that.
In the child table. Yeah, correct. In the child table only, because where you are keeping this
Okay.
statement, you are keeping
Hmm.
on the child table only, right? This
Hmm.
two statements. On
And
delete
before that,
cascade or on delete. Go ahead.
yeah, sorry. And on delete cascade, it was just removing the record from only
Correct.
parent table, not from
No,
the,
no. From
or
parent
from
table,
both of
child table, both. Both are there.
both. Okay. Yes.
Okay, clear on this part? Any
Yes.
questions?
So one
Okay.
simple question. This delete and
Mhm.
drop and all, the thing is that once we are done, we were not able to undo or do something, right? Is there a
Mhm.
way where we could safely do this delete or drop, even if I did something wrong or something, because they're sensitive, right? Delete and drop and all those things.
So that's what. First of all, thing is in a real time, right? We will not able to access to delete and drop. First point is very clear. Okay,
Okay.
because you are an analyst, you will not able to access to delete and drops. Now, how
Mm,
what you are doing in the database, that only
mm,
select will be there for you. Okay, and
okay. Okay.
suppose and the answer to the question, yes, we can do that. That is one
Mm,
way. When I maybe I'll explain you that transaction statement there. So that time I will take one session for that. We can revert back. We can just redo whatever you have done it. But
okay.
for I think couple of transaction, not for every transaction, that we can
O-
do it. Yeah,
okay. Okay.
yeah, that's it. Okay, so this is about your on delete cascade and on delete set null, which is quite interesting. It's good. Okay, now I will explain you some important function in the string. So I will just take couple of here the point is there are so many functions are there in the string. And even the date functions I have so many functions. But I will take the important one in the sense which could be helpful and which will be useful in the real time. Okay. And others are you can just go to the Microsoft site and take one string function. And if you have any doubt, just try it out. But I will explain you like more than that in the sense whatever is required, but still few areas like let's take length function, it will take the length of the function, right? So just
Mm,
like that simple function, it will not explanatory because sometimes it will be self-explanatory for you that what is this function is all about. But I will explain now very important function which is in the string which is be very helpful to you. Okay, that is called first function which I want to explain you, that is called my string aggregate function. Okay, which is quite interesting, and this is very new. I'm not sure how whether you knows about this. So let's take what I need is that let me take select star from my employee table. Okay, so this is my table. Mm, So here what I need is that I need the output only the department ID. Okay, then I need my employee name. These are the two columns I want from this table. But the twist is, so if you see the 100 departments, right? I have
mm,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 employees. 200s, I have around 4 to 5 employees. The output should look like this. So it will say department ID. This is my output, and this is my employee name. Output looks like this. So 100, the employee name should be in a comma separated value. Okay. So let's like this. The first employee is comma, second employee, comma, like this. Okay, got the point? So this is the way I want the output for each department. 100, 200, 300. How many departments I have? The employee name should be on a list with a comma. Got it? So this is my output I'm expecting. So this is, and there is a function in SQL Server which will help you to achieve this, which is called the string aggregate function. Okay, let's do that.
Mhm.
Okay, so what I'll do after the department ID, before the employee name, I will use the string aggregate function. Say string underscore aggregate. Okay, or string aggregate. So it will take two parameters. First is the what do you call the column for which you want to create the list, and second comma it will take the separator here. By what separator you want to separate the list? It would be comma, it could be anything. So that I need to put it inside my single quote. In aggregate, my employee name, then it will be the separator. Okay, got the point? Nice. Let's take employee underscore list. Now, if I execute this, what he's saying?
Okay.
Group by is not there.
Okay.
Okay.
So I will explain you the group by clause in the next future class, but just imagine that this is a aggregate function. So whenever you are aggregate function, aggregate in the sense, I can explain you that just like you are doing a sum, average, all these things, right? Suppose you are doing a aggregate function and along with the non-aggregated column. So this is non-aggregated, right? And this is aggregate function. So we need to use a group by for the non-aggregated column here. That's it was saying that. Okay.
Okay.
So I will explain detail, don't worry. But right now I need to put just here the group by my department ID here, since it is a aggregate function. Okay. Now if I try to execute this, see, we're getting the data, right? What we're expecting here, right? It is coming as a list now, right? Got the point?
Yes, sir.
So this is the first normal form. That is what.
Application.
Yeah. First normal form in the sense.
Like no, in the table normalization, right? We'll be breaking
Uh-huh.
down to each level, right? So this is what we are reverting back. We are going in the back way, right? This one.
Not like that. So that is different story. Now whatever we are doing, just we are creating a list out of that. That's it. We're
Okay.
not doing a normal form is not doing anything.
Okay. This
Okay,
is just a fetch.
just a fetch. Yes. Yeah, this is select. Just think like select. It is not changing the structure of your table. Table is whatever the employee table, it is intact. There is no changes to this. We are
Okay.
selecting. Select
Okay.
is just like whatever you are expecting, it just give a output to you without changing the structure of your table, right?
Okay.
Got the point? Okay.
That is.
And in this case, this one we can change it to any parameter. Suppose instead of comma, you want a pipe symbol, you can put it. So now the separator would be by pipes. Okay. This also you can do it. Got the point? Yeah.
Yes.
So
This.
now another important thing here is that here the order, right? The order is something, there is no specific order it is coming. It is like C, then K, then A, then S. So there is no specific order of the employees in the list. There is no specification, like it is not starting with A, neither in ascending, neither in descending. It's just taking a order, some order it took. Okay. So for that, suppose you want to give a order by. What do you think? What do you will put it here for the order by here? I want this order, this list out of the orders, right? I want to put it in a alphabetical order. What do you think? What we'll put?
Ascending or descending.
Yeah, where you will put?
Mm.
Yeah.
In
So we can put
employee.
like this. Normally we think like this will be the right order by
By yeah.
employee name. This is the expectation we are seeing, correct?
Yeah.
This is my expected. Yeah, but it will not work. Why it will not work?
Mm.
Because now they are all like clubbed. Employee names are clubbed.
Club.
Yeah. They may not be able to order it.
So
Oh,
correct.
okay. Mm.
Now what we'll do now is that for this we need to somehow aggregate here itself for this group itself.
Mm.
Whatever the
Mm.
group you created, within that only I need to group it because it
Mm.
is a group now. Okay. So for
Mm.
that another function needs to be, or another clause needs to be used. That is, I can say within group. This is a statement we need to put after that. Okay.
Okay.
Means within this group, whatever you are creating. Okay.
Mm.
Within the group, inside that I can say order by, okay, within the group order by employee name. So what will happen? It will execute this total and it will group the order by employee name. Now if we see, now it is correct, right? The order is correct. A, C, K, S. Got it?
Yes. So by default, it's alphabetically. Like if we want to go in descending, Suresh
So you're
first, then
correct. You need to put descending.
descending.
That's it.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Mm.
Got it?
Mm.
And even we can do any orders. Suppose the order of their salary. Suppose who is getting highest salary, that will come first and corresponding the list. That also you can do it. So you can say order by salary. What is the column I have? Salary or sal? I don't know. Let me check. Order by salary. Let's see. So the order now it will be my salary. So Karuna is first, Amrita is second, this guys are. Okay. So this is the way we will do it. Okay. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Got it. Okay. Any questions on this at least? All right. They're
No,
good.
sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Okay. Good. Okay. So this is very important. Okay. This function. So we'll discuss other functions on the string, but this is quite interesting. This will be very helpful. So if there is a requirement comes like this, string underscore aggregate. Okay. Then let me discuss one more important function in date, okay, which is called your date part. So what does it mean? Let me switch on to select star from my sales order table. So here we have the order date, right? Okay. Suppose you done some assignment, right? If you see some assignment was there, like I need the order date for 2016 or 17. There was some assignment is there, right? For the whole year. You saw some assignments. Okay, that what you are doing. Order date greater than equals to 1/1/2016 and less than equals to 31st December 2016, right? That range you are giving it, correct?
Yeah.
So instead of that, suppose there could be a function which will extract the year part from the order date. Then I can put directly equals to 2016, right? That will be helpful for me. Okay.
Yeah.
So that function we will use now. So what I'll do, I say order underscore date. Okay. Then I will put a comma here. Then I will create another function which is called the date part. Okay, that function is called the date part. The date part will take two parameters. First parameter is that what you want to extract from the date column. Okay, so if you want to extract year, you need to put year. If you want to extract month, you need to put month. If you want to extract week, you need to put week. If you want to extract day, you need to put day. Okay, so something like that. So first I will put year. So this is my extraction. Then I will put my order date. So date column. That's it. Simple. Okay. As let's take this is year or YR from my sales order. What happened? This is wrong. Yeah. Okay. Now if I execute this, if you see each and every date, it will be the year. So this is 2016. This is 2016, 16, 15, 14. Got the point?
Yes, sir.
Clear? Now we can put that filter using this. You can say this equals to 2016. Instead of writing the range completely, now you can use this function and equals to, in the where condition you can put equals to 2016, something like this. You can take this and I can say where equals to 2016, right? So it will give me only the 2016 records. Make sense?
Yes, sir.
And output of this is always integer. Just remember, okay? This is the integer value because we are extracting only the year, and year is nothing but a number. Okay? Okay. So same we can do. Let's take another function I want to extract, same part. Say week. Weekday is also there. Okay? So let's go with the weekday. Let's weekday go for the weekday. So week underscore day. Okay. So if I now execute this, we'll get the weekday number here. Okay. And another function I have that is called your instead of the date part, right? Suppose I want the name of the date, like Monday, Tuesday, or something like that. That part I need. Okay. So that function is called your date name. There is a function called date name. Okay. So here if I took the date name, again the same parameter, the number of parameters will be same. Like first what you want to extract, then along with the dates. So date name, let's take I want to put month, comma, my order date. Okay. As let's take month underscore name. So execute it. It will give you the November, December, January and all. Okay. Clear? Date name. We are good?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this part again we can suppose you want the Monday, Tuesday name, right? So for that what do you need to do? You can put the one more date name month here, and instead of the month you can put weekday. So this is day name. It will be Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. Okay, make sense? So date part, it will extract the part of the date, and date name, it will just show the name of that part.
Mm.
So date part is showing the numbers. Always date part will show the numbers, whereas the date name will be extracting that and it will show you in a string format. So month, because you want to extract, weekday you want to extract. These are all string values. Got it?
Mm.
Any questions?
So
There are some assignments. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sorry.
one small question. Right now, I just want to fetch a record.
Mhm.
Just all the records just 4 years back, right from the current
Ah,
date.
yeah, I'm coming to that. I'm coming to that function.
Okay.
Yeah. So the next function which I want to discuss is called your date add. Okay. Date add is something like, say, select order ID. Let's take like this. Select. Let's take order ID, not order date, from my sales order. Okay, comma. Let's take my order ID. Okay. So this is my order ID and order date. What I need, I just want to add some figure to the order date. So let's take, I want to add 5 days, or I want to say before 5 days, or even 1 year, 2 year, I want to add it, right? So that time, that function would be my date add. Okay, the date add will take three parameters. The first parameter is what you want to add. Suppose you want to add day, you want to add year, you want to add a month, that you want to specify first. Okay, so let's take, I want to add day. Then second parameter is how many number of days. So that's the counter. Suppose let's take, I want to add 5 to my that. And third parameter is my the date column. Okay, so this is my syntax dated. Okay, so now as order date, let's take date 5 days ahead, something like that. So now if I execute it, just see the result. So the normal order date is 8, but we added 5, so it is 13 on the day. Okay, on the day we added 5. This is 8, this is again 13, it's 12, 17, 11, 16. So we are just adding 5 days to the current.
Sir, what if it happens if you have 30 the day?
Sorry,
If I have a
day
day
30.
30,
You want to have 30 here?
yeah,
Okay. See what happened?
it just moved on to the next.
Month. Yeah, it will move to the next month. Yeah. Or in this way, it is sometimes it will be confusion because maybe one month will be 31 and some month will be
Mm-hmm.
30, right? So that
Yeah.
time better to do it like this. Directly move at month level.
Mm-hmm.
And month one, this is more specific.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. So the output remains same, but this time we no need to worry about that where my month ends. In February, let's say it is 28, 29. We don't bother about that. So it will take care automatically. Okay. And even you can put year also. Suppose you want to move it 1 year, that also we can do it. Just completely 1 year. Same date with drastically changes to 1 year. And you can put minus also here. Okay. Let's take -1. So it will just reverse. It will backward. Previous. Okay.
Sir, actually, what will be the use of this particular
Use
variable?
will be suppose let's take you are working on a current year, right? Sales. And
Okay.
suppose you want to compare the previous year sales. Then your cursor needs to be moved to the previous year's data, right? And get the sales. Then I can compare. Suppose you are in 2022 and you want to compare your sales for 2021. Then I need to move, right? My whatever
Mm-hmm.
my current timestamp, I need to move it to
Okay.
2021. Then only I'll get the sales, right? Then I can compare these two records.
Okay.
That
Okay.
time, these are the time travel will be very helpful.
Is
Okay.
it like on the same date? What just analyze what is the particular profit or no? We can easily just
Correct.
move back.
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Absolutely correct. And on the same date, and even on this, let's take on the same year, what is the data I have, or on the
Okay.
same month, previous year, what was the data I have, or in
Mm-hmm.
the, let's take on the same quarter, in the
Mm-hmm.
previous year, the
Previous.
same quarter, what is the data I have? So all
Okay.
these things can be analyzed using this.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So I think there are some questions part of this in the assignment also. If you try to resolve this, no, the fund house will be clear, get it very
Okay.
very
Okay.
easily. Okay. And the last topic I want to discuss for today is that suppose I have here I'm not using this. So instead of this, let's take, I have another column, I think. Let me check that. Okay. What is that column? Okay, I have two column, two dates, right? So let's take order date and comma, let's take ship date. These are the two dates I have, right? So I want to take a difference of this within how many number of days in between these two, all these things, right? So
Mm-hmm.
that function will be called date diff. Okay. So the date diff we will take here. Okay. Date diff. Then again we have choice. Suppose you want to calculate the number of days or number of months, number of weeks. All these things can be possible here. Okay. So I'll say day, number of days difference. First I will take my order date and I will take ship date. Okay. This is the way as number of days. Okay, so now it will calculate the number of days difference between these two. Got it? And don't, I'm suggesting there is another way to do it, like you can take ship date minus order date. But I will suggest don't do that, because that if you go with that approach, right? So there could be a problem that when my year is changing, suppose let's take uh, the ship date is now it is on same year, but suppose let's say I want to calculate one order date and ship date is changing to the next year. That time that minus we need to take care of so many things. So instead of that, use the date diff. So it will take care of the year also. Suppose and the ship date is going to the next month. Suppose let's take December first order date and ship date is on January 1st or January 2nd, 2000, right? So something like that. So date diff will take care. Of course, suppose he is going to the next year. So this will take care. So better use to date diff
So
when
it
we are
will
calculating
the
the
negative values. It just give the that.
correct. Yeah.
Okay.
If the year also changing, it will take the number of days difference and it will give you. Simple.
Okay.
Yeah. So better to use the function which you have. Why should not use if it is there, right?
Okay.
Okay. Okay. Any other questions you have? I think I am done for today. And any questions you can ask me for 5 minutes. Just in a QA. Let me stop the recording.